Hey guys, so today I'm gonna try and teach you behind the dang it, I keep getting it wrong. Reverse behind the 8-ball and a reverse helix. But before that, I wanted to show you a surprise. So you know how last week I showed you my replicant. I changed the color of the scales on them. I'm actually gonna be doing the tutorial with my replicant. But so I changed the color of the scales on my replicant, or the liners actually. So here's a surprise. Boom! I did the same thing to my Alpha Beast, except it's more of a fade one, and I did the safe handle maroonish at the bottom to give some handle distinguish ability. I really like how it looks. I love it. It's awesome. So for the tutorial, I'm going to be using the replicant just because it involves like a few chaplains, and chaplains right now, chaplains, they're kind of uncomfortable to do with this because I've gotten used to my replicant, or flipping my replicant more, so it's just more comfortable to do it with this one. Screwed it up there, but behind the 8-ball, dang it, behind the 8-ball looks like that. Reverse behind the 8-ball looks like that, and helix looks like, I screwed it up. Helix looks like, dang it. Helix looks like this. Oh my god. Helix freaking looks like this. Okay, and if I can do it right, a reverse helix looks like this. I did it right. So, you know, that's awesome. So we'll start with the reverse behind the 8-ball because that's a little bit easier. The reverse helix is kind of awkward. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to start holding the safe handle, and the colors don't really give any good thing, because here green is the safe handle and here purple is the safe handle, so you know that's not going to be very helpful. But start with the safe handle in standard grip, and what you're going to do is you're going to do a rollout, but not a full rollout. You're just going to do one, so you're like this, and after that you're going to go back over your thumb like that. Now Faultyply has a tutorial on both these tricks, and I'm glad in the tutorial he says my interpretation of it, because if he were trying to teach a true reverse behind the 8-ball or a reverse helix, he'd be doing it wrong, because he puts his finger like over it. You're not supposed to do that. And he never ends with like a rollover into that. He always goes on to something else. He doesn't teach you just the moves. So you've done the half rollout, and you're gonna just swing it back over your thumb. Now this is probably the hardest part of the trick. So it's gonna look like that, and it's kind of weird. So you go back over your thumb, and while it's going, instead of going over the top and going like that, like Faultyply teaches you, you don't go over the top. What you want to do is kind of put your index finger, it's actually really hard to explain. Yeah, so while you're going, you kind of put your index finger like that. You kind of have to put it like that under your thumb, and crap. See, it's hard to do it slow. You have to put your index finger sort of under your thumb and transition to it. So it's kind of like just letting it fall onto your index finger and removing your thumb. So like a regular behind the 8-ball is way easier. Sorry, my nose itched. A regular behind the 8-ball is way easier because your thumb goes around the other handle. But with it, now my neck itches. But with this one, you have to, there's no going around the handle. You have to like put it in the same thing. You have to put it like under your thumb like this, and then transition to it to go around. And it takes a lot of practice. Knifesoid has a really good super slow-mo on it, so you could probably get the trick better from that. And I just suggest you keep practicing that. Just keep practicing that, and you'll eventually get it. And sometimes you won't, just like I do. For the love of God, I couldn't get a helix for like 5 times before I got it. But this hot weather just sucks. It's really hot here right now. It's terrible. I hate it. Winter's my favorite season. Oh look, there's the flipper vein. Whenever I start flipping, the vein on my right hand gets really protruded. Right there. Damn it. Now there's dirt all over it. Good enough. So yeah, so once you've done that, what you're going to do is you're going to do a single chaplain around your index finger, a 0G chaplain around your index finger, so a reverse 0G chaplain. That would be a regular 0G chaplain, and this would be a reverse one, so that direction. It's hard to sustain the reverse one than it is for the regular one. So you're going to do a single reverse chaplain, or you could do more. I mean, I guess you could do like 1 or 2 and then go for it. But so you do the 1 reverse chaplain and you catch it with your thumb, and all you do is do another like a half rollout like that, and so you're in this position. So now you're opposite where you were before. You're in this position. So what you're going to want to do is do a reverse roll over your thumb, catch it with your fingers like this, do a reverse grip rollout, and open it like that. So I'll try and do it as slowly as possible. The whole trick looks like this. So in fast motion, damn it. In fast, it would look like that. Maybe I'll do another slow-mo. So, I mean, like that. It just really takes a lot of practice for this transition, though. A really good thing to do is to go back and grab it like this, because when you do that, you're almost already in position for a chaplain around your index finger. See? So really, you just catch it like that, keep doing that, and then when you feel comfortable, you can try and keep the momentum going and go around your index finger. So now onto the reverse helix. The reverse helix, pretty much, you do the exact same thing like that, but instead you do it as a rollover. And it's way more difficult because you don't have the momentum from the blade and the handle. You have the blade sticking out and you only have the momentum from the handle. So even I don't get this a lot. I was lucky to get it on like the first or second try. I can't remember how many times it took. But definitely the hardest part in this one too is that transition and sort of the weird catch, because you kind of have to catch it like this, transition to your thumb, and then go over. So instead of doing the rollout back, all you do is just start in standard grip. You can either do a full rollout and then back, or you can just start here and go boom, straight away. So you're going to go back onto it and do the same thing as before. You can even do the same, actually this might not work. You can even do the same kind of catch thing, like that, to try and practice. So it's the same thing as before. You go around, you kind of put your index finger under it, and then it rolls around it. Damn it. Oh, Knife Zoid always has, he doesn't always have. He also has a really good slow-mo for the reverse helix as well, because he invented both tricks. Yes, credit for both of these tricks to Knife Zoid, Blade Runner Systems, whatnot. So it's the same kind of deal. You go over your thumb, around your index finger, and instead of doing like a full roll this time, my leg itches really badly. Instead of doing a full roll this time, when you go for it, you're kind of going to do a half one and catch the bite handle between your middle and your index finger. And this is a really technical part of it. So what you're going to want to do is you're here, you're going to go down, grab it with your thumb, let go of your index finger, slide it to the other side, and all while doing that, another rollout, another half rollout. So all while doing that, so it kind of looks like this, but it's going to be way harder during the trick because it does the roll like that. Like that, and there's more momentum. But all while doing a half rollout, you gotta grab it with your thumb, remove your index finger, and then the same thing as with the reverse behind the 8-ball, except now you've got the bite handle in your hand, so you gotta be careful about that. And that's another thing, with the reverse behind the 8-ball, when you go back, you've got the bite handle in your hand, so you gotta be careful not to touch your hand when you do that reverse rollout. So, got the bite handle, and then you just do the same thing as before. You go over your thumb, grab it like this, then go around and catch it like that. Also, you can like go into combos or whatnot. You can just do something else. I mean, it doesn't really matter. These tricks can also be strung together, the behind the 8-ball and the, dang it, I always forget the reverse behind the 8-ball and the reverse helix. So what you do is you do the first part of the reverse behind the 8-ball, and then when you get here to go like that, you don't do that. Instead, since you're holding it like this, you just go into a reverse helix straight from that, which Faultyply also teaches you how to do. And he actually ends that combo like a really interesting way. It was awesome, actually. I can't remember what he does, but it looked amazing. So you do the first part of the reverse behind the 8-ball, and then you just go straight into a reverse helix, which I am bad at stringing them together. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna try and do it just once. I'm gonna give myself 3 tries now, and if I don't do it by the 3rd try, then you can look it up somewhere else. Oh, hey, there it was. It wasn't very smooth, but you know, I did it. Let me see. Yeah. Last try. Alright, that's it. I did it the first time. You're going to have to deal with the first one. So that was the tutorial. My crappy tutorial for the reverse behind the 8-ball and the reverse helix. Thanks for watching.